The primary objective is a hard, glossy, glass-like coating that shatters the exact moment you bite into it. Achieving this crystalline structure is highly repeatable, but it requires following a strict thermal sequence. Miss a step, and you end up with a sticky or soggy batch. First, let's gather the foundational hardware: a standard baking sheet, a roll of parchment paper, a small saucepan, and a mixing bowl. Next, the core ingredients. You need exactly 2.5 cups of nuts. A mix of tree nuts and peanuts works best. For the binding agent, measure out 1/3 cup of honey, plus a tablespoon of fat, like coconut oil or butter. Mastering this mix relies entirely on executing a precise sequence of melting, coating, and controlled phase changes. Step 1 is establishing the environmental baseline. Set your oven to a low 325 degrees Fahrenheit. As you line your baking sheet, verify you are using parchment paper. Substituting wax paper here is a critical failure point. The wax will melt and permanently ruin the entire batch. Move to the stovetop. Combine the primary binders, the honey, coconut oil, and a half teaspoon of sea salt, into the saucepan under strict low heat conditions. The objective here is a gentle state change. You want to melt the viscous honey and solid fat into a thin, rapid-moving liquid emulsion. Keep the heat low enough that it never reaches a boil. Creating this low-heat, unified emulsion ensures an even coating over the nuts. This thin layer is what survives the prolonged oven phase ahead without scorching. Step 2 is physical integration. Pour the warm emulsion over your nuts in the mixing bowl. Toss them thoroughly until you achieve total surface area coverage on every piece. Transfer the coated mass to your prepared baking sheet. Spread them out meticulously so they sit in a single, uncrowded layer. This schematic shows exactly why a single layer is necessary. Piling the nuts traps internal moisture, creating a steaming effect. Steam actively prevents the dry heat roasting required to toast the nuts properly. Once flattened, initiate the primary baking phase. Slide the sheet into the preheated oven for an endurance run lasting exactly 15 to 20 minutes. At the halfway mark, you must intervene. Open the door and stir the nuts. This redistributes the hot, pooling glaze and prevents isolated asymmetrical burning on the bottom of the pan. By combining the single-layer spread with this midpoint agitation, you guarantee an even transfer of kinetic energy, fully toasting the raw nuts. When you remove the tray from the heat, expect a visual anomaly. The nuts will appear wet and feel physically soft, mimicking an underbaked state. Do not put them back in the oven. The final transformation relies entirely on ambient cooling. This chart tracks the cooling phase. As temperature on the horizontal axis drops, watch the crystallization metric rise vertically. Falling temperatures force liquid sugars to lock into a hard, crystalline matrix. This structural shift completes at room temperature, achieving maximum structural integrity. You can also inject modular flavor variables into this process. For a spicy honey profile, dry capsaicin elements like cayenne pepper must be integrated early. Capsaicin is the active chemical compound that gives chili peppers their heat. Mixing it in during the initial wet emulsion phase on the stove ensures it bonds properly with the fat. Conversely, for a tropical twist, volatile additions like toasted coconut flakes must be added strictly post-bake. Mixing them in beforehand guarantees complete incineration in the oven. Modular additions grant you strict flavor control, but your absolute patience during the thermodynamic cooling phase remains the true catalyst for structural success. This image compares the two critical states of the protocol. On the left, the glowing, soft, syrup-drenched cluster straight from the oven. On the right, that exact same cluster as it solidifies at room temperature, confirming the presence of a hardened, glassy exterior. You can validate the structural integrity of this final glaze physically. A properly cooled cluster will yield a clean physical break and a sharp, audible snap when fractured. For deployment, the primary application is straightforward. Consume the nuts as a standalone, high-density snack. They also serve secondary culinary applications. The crystallized shell provides necessary textural contrast when integrated into soft mediums, like a bowl of yogurt or oatmeal. As a tertiary deployment, you can utilize the sweet, dense glaze as a calculated counterbalance to the acidic or savory components in a fresh green salad. By mastering these strict thermal constraints and phase change physics, you have successfully manufactured a highly versatile, completely customizable culinary asset.